What's up? What's up? What's up, Island fans, the people of the
Yep.
EPL, and anybody that loves football? Good night, good night, good night, everyone. I already see someone already in the comment section. Is it George Gully saying hi? This fella here, I just met him like 5 minutes ago. So I threw it in a little chat room there with United fans, and he's supporting us. Say he's going to subscribe and stuff. So be like George. Thank you, George, for your support. And good night to all the fellas this evening. How's everybody doing?
I'm good.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Fantastic, of
Okay.
course.
All right. There are some people feeling fantastic, but we'll get to that in a second. And yeah, we got lots to discuss. So let's jump right into it and go through all the games and eventually get to our feature match of the weekend. Sorry about that. Feature match of the weekend as we try our best to work through all the games. We'll begin with the first game, Leicester versus the Man United game. I think somebody actually predicted this correctly. I think it was Jamal. Jamal, I think you were the one. Remind me correctly if you said 2-2.
Yeah, I said a 2-2 draw.
You did. All
Eli
right.
boy,
So
me say two.
The
you
both of
two
y'all
said
did.
2-2 as well.
Betting
Both of
boy.
y'all did.
I actually want 2-2. I expect from
Okay. All right. Yeah, I said 2-1. I was so man. If it wasn't for that mistake, 10 minutes late, man. And then, but Vardy did what Vardy does best, So
It was
I'm
an
a
own
Vardy
goal.
fan, so yeah. Oh, it was. It was. I don't even think he wasn't on target, but it happens. It happens, And I'm happy though because Liverpool drew, but we'll get to Liverpool in a second. All right, but
Deflecto. Captain Deflecto.
we don't have any.
but either way though, Leicester Man United, I was really impressed with Bruno Fernandes again. He had a rough game. He really should have got a second yellow. I think he was treading lightly in that game there. And Memphis, I know you want to go ahead and talk about Rashford, so I'll give you a chance. Because Memphis and I had a little Man United argument for like 10 minutes after the game. All right, so go ahead, Memphis. I'm giving you time. Talk. What you have to say about Rashford? Go ahead. Speak. You frozen?
Yeah,
You
you
see?
know what I'm
You see? The internet knows best. Thank you, God. God, what a shut you. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you what he was going to say. All right. I have a feeling. I know. I'm gonna take him out, and he was gonna come back. All right. So I believe he's gonna talk about the fact that Rashford should have had a hat trick. He should have. He did miss some chances that could have killed the game a long time ago.
earlier.
All
Yeah.
right. He really should have. So I'm not gonna. I can be honest and say that my son should have done better. Is he back? It looks like he's back. I'm not sure if he's back. Okay, no. All right. So I'm not gonna say that he was perfect, but my point to Memphis was
Jamal.
simply this.
Yeah.
Okay, he's the big Martial fan, and it's when I took off Martial and put on Cavani, I scored. So I'm like, I had this guy on for like 65 minutes, Jamal. 65 minutes in this game. Do nothing. Absolutely nothing. I put on Cavani. Cavani get the ball in the midfield, dish it to Bruno, 2-1. And I'm like, couldn't you do that? I mean, couldn't you do that? I think we should bench him. And I think he needs to do like what Lampard did, not in the Arsenal game. No, no, no. What Lampard did with Giroud and Tammy. Sometimes you got to bench young guys, bring on the older fellas to show them what's necessary. I think he should have done that. Cavani in 2 minutes, literally just showed him what he needed to do. Well, my point is that Rashford can't do everything, man. He was doing everything, every last thing. Score goal and so. And Martial did squat. So that's my 2 cents in it. Rashford is still king, and Martial needs to get sell. All right, so that's just straight up how you have to be.
That was
Couple
Memphis.
fans, go ahead. What you said?
That was what Memphis was gonna say.
Well, Memphis was not going to say that, and I don't think so. All right, but he's back. So Memphis, go ahead. Talk. I gave you an argument, but I'm sure you can give it better. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Memphis,
Go ahead.
you watch this
F-
nonsense.
First of all, AP will need help. Um, but yeah, my prediction was 3-1. You know,
Mhm.
if Rashford would, take his chances, I would have comfortably got that 3-1 easily.
Okay. So you had nothing to say about the fact that Martial did nothing for the game. Nothing.
The goal,
Absolutely nothing.
the goal that Rashford scored came from Martial and
What
Daniel
mean
James.
came? What mean came from Martial?
Their
What mean
movement on the
came
throw in.
from? Oh Lord of mercy. So it was in the
Memphis in the movement
movement,
of the joy.
movements,
The movement.
and we haven't even
Memphis, you're
started to
feeling
talk. We
clapped,
haven't even
bro.
started to talk about the other Frenchman. We brought on Pogba to change the game. He did nothing in the whole game. Absolutely nothing. He came on second half and did squat. I mean, where is this world class player? This I tell you now, take the Frenchman out my squad. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't need them. Anybody want them? Anybody want Martial? Arsenal, you want Martial? I don't know. Arsenal fans here.
I think,
Wow.
Yeah,
why,
want
why
it?
is more? Why is more
Yeah,
shaking
want
his head
it?
no?
More you
Wow.
want it?
Boy,
I know.
half a squad of COVID. You better take anybody you can. Buddy.
I prefer my team to have COVID than take Martial. Okay.
Thank you, thank you. Couple fans tonight. Good night, Adam fans United to the world. Skill
I'm
Carty
gonna
in the
remember this.
building. All right. I'm here with the Trashford insert on behalf of the Mali. No, Kenny, I have to say some tripping is tonight.
Amen.
Reese says most frustrating forward ever. I think she's probably talking about Rashford as well too. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie to
Rashford
you.
not getting no love.
I don't lie to you. When he broke away, I'm like, you should have finished that, bro. You should have finished that. But
Yeah.
but my point being is the fact that why is he getting the goals that Martial is my number 9? The number 9 is supposed to be scoring goals. That's what's
Your,
supposed to happen, right? When
your
Firmino
number
wasn't
nine's
scoring
been
anything,
providing the goals.
who was providing what goals? Who?
Martial.
Martial? Come
Half
on.
of you Russia's Champions League goals came from Martial.
Urique, when Firmino wasn't scoring, weren't you angry with him? Hmm?
This is not a discussion for me.
No,
This
no,
is
no, I'm
not-
asking you a question. Salah,
I'm trying
no,
to
Urique,
this.
Salah
Leave
was
my
doing his
squad
thing, right?
alone.
Mane was doing his
us
thing. And when
alone.
Firmino had a dry spell, every Liverpool fan was like, oh, bring in with the Portuguese guy named Shaq again. Wait him again. Jota. Bring in Jota.
Yeah.
So why can't I be the guy to bring in Cavani?
You said so too.
Thank you. Yes,
Yes,
man.
but it was
Talk, man. Talk, man. Simple as that.
to me.
No. This is how it is, man. We need to be doing things. No, more God. More, we ready for you to the way. We ready for you now. When we are there begging for Aguero to come on because you know Aguero is a million times better than Gabriel. Am I right? Huh? Isn't
I
Aguero a million times
didn't hear what
better?
you were saying before.
Is Aguero a million times better than Gabriel? Is he?
100%.
Thank you. The experience, the movement, the finishing, all of which Cavani offers me, and Martial does not. I'm just saying, bench Martial. That's all I'm trying to
I
say.
just have a question for both
Right.
Memphis and Josh. How do you explain that Rashford header that he missed though?
Yes, I can't explain it. He missed the chance. I'm not gonna lie. Right? He missed the chance. I can't excuse the misses. But what I can say is that what? He scored a goal. What did Martial do?
Martial scored a goal.
Nada. That's why you're my
was
number
offside.
9.
The ball was in the net. The ball was in the net.
Memphis said the runs. You
Oh
are
my
watching the
goodness.
runs.
Gully here. Thank you. Rashford can be top class. I have no doubt, but he's very frustrating at times. True. All right. Sell Martial. Thank you. Skill. There we go. Sell him, he says he scores some bangers, then he'll miss the city. He will. All right. He says here too, Martial is very important to where he play. His hold up play and link ups with other players is crucial.
Someone with sense.
Cavani can do better. Cavani can do better.
Look,
Wow.
Cavani can do better.
Josh, to that point, I think you're disrespectful if you compare Cavani to Martial.
Oh, thank you. You're right. I agree.
Cavani is
They're not in the same
Cavani has done it.
league.
Cavani has done it before.
Thank you.
So we know that
Thank
he can do it.
Explain the Southampton game when he scored those 2 crucial goals for us. Martial could have never scored those goals.
Neither Rashford.
No, now we're talking about my number 9. I'm talking about my number 9. I'm talking about my number 9, bro. My number 9 is supposed to. Lukaku would have scored those goals. Lukaku would have scored those goals, right? I'm
I
telling
highly
you.
doubt that. I highly doubt that.
Man,
Come
Marshall
on,
be on the 18-yard line walking around with his face Bex. Probably, cheap on the girlfriend all over again or something out here. And then they're thinking to himself. Thinking to himself. I'm gonna mess up forget out. And then he want ball to feet. He want ball to feet. And then Rashford is like, I'm gonna drop the ball in this space. He's like, nah, I'm Martial. I want the ball to my feet. I want to drill past 6 guys. And miss! That's exactly what you want to do. I mean, we see Cavani says, you know what, I'm a world-class forward. I'm gonna move into the space. I'm gonna finish. That's just how it's done. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna leave it at that.
I think that's the difference too. If you watch Vardy's goal, he had a little movement just before the ball was crossed.
Yeah.
That was pivotal.
Yeah. All right, Afri is saying not me, because I know the role for me to play in the team. You have to understand football. He does play a good role in the team. I understand that role, that false 9 position. But I'm making the point that lots of Liverpool fans are crying out for Jota.
Isn't that what Marshall is doing right now?
With what?
That's not why we were crying for Jota. That is not why we were crying for Jota.
Okay, all right. You explain to me. Firmino just never had any competition in that position. Needed someone to threaten his position to get his act together.
That could be true.
It's a good shout, which is why I think they should bench Martial.
I don't understand.
Go ahead, big boss.
You remember a couple weeks ago when this same person saying sell Marshall was saying Marshall is a better finisher.
Yeah, I did say so. I'm not gonna lie to tell you that. I agree with you, bro. I agree. Let me ask you a question. Why is it every time Cavani comes on the field or starts and Martial is on the field, he pushes Martial to the left? You ever wonder?
Because Martial is a left winger. He's a left winger.
Why he shouldn't be striking? What am I to strike for? What am I number 9 for? Put on 11 and go play wing. Okay, we're done. All right, that's enough. That's what I'm gonna say, man.
Wow.
That's all I gotta say, man.
Wow.
We need a show for both of them. A Marshall versus Rashford show. Just for them.
Oh, Dr. Rashford. Okay, but no offense to Marshall, do I know with the whole girlfriend thing. My bad, bro. I know you apologize and all. You just need to teach Greenwood how to deal with the girls and them, because he not a mess up and all too. So
Yo, Josh, we apologize. You're saying what you said. You said what you said. I wanted you to
golly, the different type of strikers offer different things to team. Cavani is helpful in different ways to Martial. Depends on what team we're playing and decides what player plays. Yes, you're right. He does offer things, but I just don't think he should be number 9. I don't think he should be number 9.
Do you not feel like Cavani is a stopgap? Similar to Ibra?
Yeah. I was just about
where
to say.
you can get a nice couple of years out of him, but moving forward, if you want, is the word continuity?
Yeah, you're right. Continuity
in your team. You're happy. I mean, you not feel he's a stopgap?
I think he's a Giroud. I always say Ibrahimovic. You need a different type, or like when Shaq in the last show was bringing in a Benteke, you in his side. Why am I laughing? you need to have a different. You need to have a different. I think City needs a player like that too. City needs a different plan B kind of player. I think every team should have that. You don't know who you're going to play and what's going to happen. Arisa says your questions of player position is Ollie Fart. Put them and them in their positions to get the most of them and start playing triple team. Yeah, I gotta agree with that. Somehow, and Ali thinks that Martial is a number 9. That's the only thing with Ali I disagree with. That I don't think.
That's the only thing with Ali you disagree with.
Not one else thing. Ali all the way.
I disagree with the captaincy.
No, you can tell the man that the man on the training pitch, and you see who the people in there respond to. So you have
who responds to Maguire?
Obviously, you see anybody have any issues with him?
Yes, the same Rashford.
Skill asked me one time if that could be Pogba's problem, that Harry Maguire just came to the club and he got a captaincy over him.
I hear you, Shaq, but anything that Pogba say, I can't respect, because at the end of the day, when your agent, no, I'm serious, right? When your agent is shutting down their crap.
Tonight.
No, for real, come on, like he, right? When your agent shut all and crap over there, right? No, legit. When your agent, right, don't chat all and crap, You're supposed to come out and tell everybody, look, right, I'm United all the way. I'm going to do this for my team. I'm going to fire that agent for what he said. He didn't say that. When somebody, I told Shaka told you this.
He did say he was
because
United
his club,
all the way.
They tried it one day. Now that the half dead message you put on Instagram. Now the half dead message you put on Instagram. Right? No. Let me tell you, I told Shaq this. Let me tell you the difference, right? Rashford, when he was asked the same question, said, I can't play for any other team but United. Up to no point, we can't say that. Up to no point, we can't say that. Come on, man. What's that?
Rashford.
Yo,
Jack.
So what? So what?
You're not going to see a player like
Foden
saying that they want to play for other team, and so it's like they're homegrown players.
That's the more I saw today that they're saying that Foden is getting frustrated.
You can
if
come
he's
United.
Frustrated, I agree with that.
Look, right? Pogba was in. Let me tell you something, right? Pogba was in my youth team. Okay, we didn't buy Pogba like yesterday. Okay, the 90 million we got. He won youth cups with us. Okay, so he understands what it means to be a United player. When he was down there with a 59 FIFA card, right? He was a United player. So just keep that in mind, right? That he. Well, objection. Go ahead.
We technically got him from another club. Remember, we got him
We
from the
did.
house.
But when my point is, bro, is that when you play in the youth team and you come up, you understand the importance of the club and you don't do crap.
Right.
Yeah, man, don't do that. I mean, the fans don't want that. Just you stop talking for yourself. All I care about is the fact that he and Raiola just care about money. That's all they care about. Pogba doing all this thing to get a bigger contract, right?
But Pogba did say he was an Arsenal fan,
See, all that tripping is
like
See, you could ever hear Rashford say that.
When he was going, I mean, it was like most young French players were Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
And Wenger had all them bag of Frenchmen there at Arsenal.
Yeah,
I don't know how true it is, but I heard a story about how Rashford, when he was in the youth squad, was offered by Man City a house and a contract. And he turned down and said, I want to play for United. This boy's good. Anyway, moving on. I'm done with my Rashford thing. Y'all get me started, right? It's not a blight against City. It's about a love for the club. See, Pogba couldn't do that. Pogba couldn't do that. Oh, Jamal, I'm sorry, Jamal, go ahead.
Sancho did the same as well. He turned down a lot from City to just go abroad and play.
Yeah, he did as well too. He did. I agree.
Yeah, something with the system. Brahim Diaz did it as well and left and went to Real Madrid.
I'm sorry, I was just reading what Alfie here said. All right. Pogba for Ronaldo's club is the dream. Unfortunately, you won't have him though. Yeah, I'd take Ronaldo right now, man. Legit. I'd take Ronaldo right now. And then, it's only because Ronaldo old, But then what do I do with Cavani? I just do 2 strike and bench Martial. It's great. Anyway, moving on. All right, moving on, guys. Next club. Okay, the Fulham Southampton game. I don't even know how this went. So that was surprising. I thought sometimes they'd do better than that. The Aston Villa Crystal Palace game. I think
Villa today, won. Right?
3-0.
Was yesterday. Yikes.
That was weekend. 3-0 Aston Villa. Some good goals too. Moy, explain to me the Man City Newcastle game, man. Talk to me.
Well, as I said, they were supposed to get 4-0. They could have easily gotten 4-0, of course. But, it was like too many touches. That happens to be the Man City downfall every single game that I mentioned. Sterling was all over this game too. I was very impressed with 2 persons, especially. I was very impressed with Cancelo. He had a very good game.
Okay.
I was impressed with Goodwin too. He bossed that midfield in that game. It was just an all-round game, a fun game to see, dominate possession. Clean sheet again for my boys John Stones and Ruben Diaz. Love to see it. Best defense in the league now.
Love to see it.
Y'all rigging up a string of clean sheets there. That's good. That's good for City after conceding so much early up in the season. All right. Let's quickly jump to the Liverpool West Brom game. All right. Talk to me. What happened here, Urique?
Big up
Because
Sam Allardyce.
I mean,
Ajayi.
that was a good header there, man, towards the end, man. And you know,
Yeah.
what happened? What happened? What happened?
Struggles to smaller teams again continues, man. And you know what? This game was different than the others because I thought it would be a stroll in the park when the game first started. Mane scored early. We were boss in possession. West Brom couldn't get out to their own half. But then I started to see a pattern in our play where it was just aimless balls into the box from Trent, just constantly a rubble with no intent to hit any of our attackers. And it got to a point where it felt like it was too easy. You know, it was too easy. We started to spread chance after chance. Well, not chance after chance, because the game didn't have much chances. It was a poor game when it comes to chances. But the play kept breaking down. And Big Sam does what Big Sam does. You hold out until
he lost badly. What was the game before this game? I think they lost pretty badly.
When he played. Yeah. Oh, what do you mean? The game West Brom played?
Yeah, before this game. You know, and I know they lost. You know, but the point is that I knew coming into this game, especially against the champions, that he was like, look, right, we're not getting 6, we're not getting 7. You know, it's going to be a different kind of game. After we hear backing that up by saying West Brom Park, bus, truck, car, boat, and house.
Yo, they was playing shit, you know.
Yeah, boy. They
I will mention something as well.
Set it up.
I will mention something that's a bit frustrating. Klopp has a way of continually talking about these teams that set up defensively and how he hates the football that they play, and it's. I don't agree with that at all. That's frustrating to hear from a coach after, because these teams they care for survival, man. They don't care to play passing football. That's not gonna get there.
You do what you gotta do to win, or at least survive. Yeah, I agree. I'm happy you said that, because I mean, so then would you then say that the club had the wrong tactics in the game? You couldn't break them down.
No, I think the tactics were right. If you look at the way we played, West Brom couldn't for the whole first half. They maybe passed the half line once, right? That game felt like it was a stroll until we got knocked with that sucker punch. But to me, we're struggling now with offensive players to come on the field. We don't have much. Jota's out, like I said. Thiago's out as well. So maybe we're struggling with subs to make an impact.
So what happened to Shaqiri? What happened to the Belgian boy?
Shaqiri just came back. Shaqiri just came back, so I'm not sure if he's matched.
Origi, what happened to Origi?
Origi hasn't played at all this season. I don't know.
It seems like the Champions League. You realize because he will win the Champions League, right?
No, you gotta chill. You see, when you say things like this, you lose me. You lose me when you say things like this, bro.
So if Origi did do what he did, bro, you would have told me the Champions League. Let you tell me.
We were 1-0 up. What are you talking about with Barcelona?
Yeah, of course I'm talking about that game.
Corner taken quickly. Origi.
I totally get it. It was a good finish.
I think the game was going to extra time before he scored that, though. They weren't necessarily losing.
Yeah.
It was 3. Yeah.
Okay. I just saying, right?
I have a question for you.
Good. Sure.
Do you think that Klopp was? I mean, because you knew that Allardyce was going to come in and park the bus, like obviously park, bus, car, truck, everything. So I mean, why didn't he? Do you think that he planned sufficiently for this?
Nope.
He should have. Everyone knew how West Brom was going to play. Yep. Everyone knew. I don't think planning was the issue. We had even a week break. Planning was not the issue. I think it was a mistake by Curtis Jones. Gave away the ball that led to a corner. And we switched off on that corner, and that cost us the game.
True, that's the prem. I blame Curtis Jones for equalizer, which he scored the second tickle of the game. Go ahead, big one.
Yeah. Even one more thing. Firmino had a chance to win this game with the header at the end.
He did.
The goalkeeper made an amazing save.
Yeah,
give
the goalkeeper
some credit for that.
100%. Not
Former United Academy.
My keeper.
There we go. Yeah. He did. Would have been a nice game for Thiago, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it would have been a nice game for Thiago.
Yep. I agree with you, Reek. West Brom play that style. That's how they have to play against the big teams to survive. They do. Right now it's about points. It's about points and it's a point earned. All right.
Because
Thiago the band defense passing. He put up. Good morning.
I saw on social media that they were saying like from a kickoff the West Brom got, they were playing. They end up and switched to a 2-7-1 formation. Just for a period of time because of how defensive it was.
So you go.
Yeah, 2-7-1.
I rate that in the sense that Sam Allardyce knows his job. My job is not to play pretty football.
Yeah.
My job is to keep these people out.
And that's why they brought him. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
And the players responding to the manager on this. Because can you imagine you on the field and you want to do what you want to do because this is not your style? You know, the manager says, "Hey, look, right, stay here. Don't move. Don't go up there.
Don't go up there."
And then that's what you just gotta do.
This game had 5 shots on target for the whole game. We had 3. West Ham had 2.
I think you should also credit West Brom too, because I think Sam Allardyce said this after the game too. He was trying. He had the previous game that they lost. He said, "You know what? We conceded goals too early. I wanted to at least stay in this game for as long as possible. And it's a prem. You're gonna get a chance. So whether or not you take it, as long as you're still in the game."
Yeah.
And even before they go, they had a great chance to score. They had a really good chance. Yeah.
1-on-1.
Yeah. So that's what they look for.
And you gotta finish your chances. If there's one thing about this league is, boy, you gotta finish your chances.
Yeah.
All right, Wolves versus Tottenham. Another situation too about finishing charges. The first minute of this game, boy, these guys score. Tottenham score.
Tottenham, oh boy, Tottenham. We've been talking about Tottenham, and a couple of weeks ago, I was afraid of Tottenham, but look at them now. I saw something. I saw some. Hold on there. I saw some on social media.
You should probably still be afraid.
No way. No, I'm just saying that I said even when they were playing with us, I said that, you know what, Spurs could do something Spursy, and the current form now is very Spursy. Exactly. Somebody said on social media there that Jose parking the bus, but he leaving the windows open.
Wow. So, that's a clever one. Yeah, I mean, I just found it hard for them. I mean, Jamal, you're the Sun expert. Explain to me exactly how they weren't able to break down Wolves, because Wolves kept it tight and then they took their chance. 1-1, boy. Telling you. Talk to me.
Just like you said, Wolves kept it tight. And knowing how Tottenham would play, they just countered the way Tottenham would play. I mean, they got caught up on the corner. The corner was beautifully executed, and then a couple, missed chances there, and then Ndombele scored a nice goal. But then Wolves were set up for Tottenham. They weren't going at them, as other teams did, and with naivety. They took their chances. They, bided their time and took their chances, and they got the goal. And like Mourinho came out and said, Tottenham had 89 minutes to score another goal. And at times you would see who was playing on the right? Doherty. Doherty would get the ball, run down the right, expecting players in the box, and you see the cameras there, and you see all Wolves players. There's no one.
Yep, no one. That's so true.
He can't find. He had to go back. So that's what happened. It's just Wolves were tactically prepared for them, and I'm actually surprised that Wolves didn't win that game, because.
Yeah,
they should have. They had chances. That's true. All right, Josh Hampton here. This game was like my love life. Completely dead. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Because they were saying.
Wow, big ups to Josh, man. What's this, boy?
Because I was watching Expression's video that he posted on YouTube after the game, and he was complaining. He said, yes, at the start of the season, everyone was loving the Spurs football because they were winning game. But he was saying no, like as a Spurs fan, that he can't really take it anymore, because Spurs, as as a top team as they should be in the Premier League contending, you score a first goal, then you go and sit back for the rest of the game like one of those little teams.
Mm-hmm.
And then especially to play counter attack, it was like it's frustrating.
I hear you. I hear you more. I agree with you 100%. I guess the only counter I would have to that is the fact that everybody only talking because he's not winning.
Yeah,
all right.
exactly.
When he was winning, everybody was like masterclass Jose, masterclass Jose. That's Jose's system. It won him what 3 Champions Leagues and what 3 Premier League titles.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here, right? It's not as though the guy hasn't won anything with this.
Yeah,
he hasn't changed his system. He's done what he's always done. It's not fun football. And so when I hear people, when I hear us, yeah, I agree with you, because when I hear people justifiably saying that they don't like his style, I'm saying that the guy wins the game. Okay, let's talk about it. And when he doesn't win, y'all talking about style. Don't is it you like it or don't like it?
Jose comes in to do a job to win to win titles. If he's not winning titles, if he's not winning games, then he has no purpose.
Yeah,
because his style is not even entertaining. It's not gonna get viewership to the roof. Fans are not gonna come and be jumping around if there were fans in the stadium. But I have one point to make. Okay, go ahead.
Let me get Shemin. Shemin's Tottenham guy here. He says Spurs' problem is we need to stop sitting on a 1-0 lead when we can't defend. And then Risa is saying with Shem, I've been singing that song for the entire time that Josie was at United. It was never going to work with United fans. We don't like.
We still can't defend.
Yeah, we can't, but at least we're playing attacking football. There's a difference and winning more games. All right, but we created our last chance in the game in the 59th minute from a free kick. Good point. Yeah, and this is him there agreeing with what Reese was saying before and what we were saying before, and saying Golly's saying with Shem, you could kill games off with your attacking talent, but instead you sit back and let teams attack you after you take the lead. It's very bad tactically from. Are we gonna say? I'm not going to understand your point. I agree with you, right? But how can we say it's bad tactically when, according to Jose, he believes he can set up a defensive block that can stop anybody? Let's be honest. This is the guy with the Inter Milan team that told Messi, "You will not score," and he did.
When has he had a solid team like that?
Yeah, I guess but don't forget, clean sheet against City, clean sheet against Chelsea. I mean, there's another game in there too.
Arsenal too.
Exactly. He said in 3 big games, he said, y'all not scoring. And y'all didn't score. Don't do that. Don't do that, Memphis. Don't do that. The point is that
I'm trying.
The point is that I really believe Jose sits in his office there and he's like, you know what? I can set up a defensive system that can stop anyone. So from his perspective, if I score, why do I need to score again? Why?
The players got to stick with it. The players got to stick with it.
Yeah, that's it.
They cannot change. They're going to go through the teething process where they're going to lose these games. And it's going to be hard because they're going to feel like we have the attacking talent to be able to win these games.
Right.
They need to stick with this teething process of just setting up defensively. And if they stick with it, I promise you, in the new year, they will at least win a trophy.
But it's also...
it's good. Go ahead, Jamal.
Up to different teams. Like you show up against a City, you're not gonna have the same mentality against Wolves. City are a bigger team, so you're gonna make sure you win those 50-50s. Whereas Wolves, you might slip up and say, "All right, let me not win this one, but I'll catch the next one." And that one might be when you concede a goal out.
I got a quality, right?
Agreed.
True, but I guess from his perspective, good shot.
Well, I was gonna switch it, so you finish up your point.
Yeah, I was just saying that. I guess I'm trying to see from Joe's perspective, because he's saying that the offense that he has set up, because he does set up an offense, it's not like he goes into training and say all defense. All right, his offense is purely built off of his defense. That's how his gameplay has always been. So he said that's why Bill can't get a game, or at least consistently. The point is that he has players in certain positions tactically designed for an offense that can only play off of a low defensive block. That's how he's always set up. So his mind is that I don't care whether you're Wolves, Leicester, Burnley, or City. The plan's still supposed to work. It's still supposed to work. If y'all do your job, if you'll do your job, is supposed to work. Because look at how he beat those three big teams, right? It's the same system. Because he's just expecting what? Son, you're supposed to make that run off the left. Bergwijn, you do the same. Harry Kane, drop in, ball over the top. Y'all run on, finish. That's what a man do in training. So he's supposed to do it in the game. And he figured, you can't win front of you.
He also needs attacking players that are just as switched on defensively as they are attacking-wise. And you made a good point with Bale. If you look at Harry Kane and Son, as much as they will run forward and make space, they will run there. They will run back as well. Chances are to create that defensive block. So they just need to stick with it, man.
Now, Shem says, I don't mind setting up defensively in the big games, but we should not be sitting back against West Ham Palace with Son and Kane in our squad. All right. And the defensive block isn't stopping us conceding set pieces. All right. Yeah, they have conceded some set pieces.
Yes,
that was also the only team. It's a good point. Yeah, even for United as well too. A lot of teams are conceding set pieces. I don't know if they're doing this zonal marking thing and it's not working or whatever. But Risa says the only team I've seen Jose's tactics work flawlessly for the entire scene is his spells with Chelsea. Chelsea won 9-10, drawing and winning 1-0. Yeah, they did that. That's what they went.
With Ancelotti?
Well, I think she's going on the run where Chelsea weren't losing any home games. Remember that? Like for years. Then they go to Stamford Bridge and nobody was knocking down that bridge there, man. It literally was solid because they made up their mind that you're not scoring here and at home. But that's Jose's setup. Any other points on this, or we done?
Yeah, I was watching this game and I'm like, yo, Harry Kane needs to stop this. He just goes, he has the ball, he just throw himself the ball on the ground. Cheat. No, man, we need to talk about that. I'm glad Shem is in the comment because what's up with that? This man is a big baby. The man don't get touched and he throw down and he just
but to be honest, isn't that every Premier League player that plays?
No. Harry Kane is horrible.
Yeah.
Harry Kane is horrible. And they don't talk about it because he's English.
Yeah.
Man.
Driving. When other players go up for the header and he goes under them, knocks them down.
That's true. He does do that.
So
he does do that.
Yeah,
he does do that.
When we were playing, just about every team.
But how is that any different than when somebody stick out a leg and then you fall over and you're not getting a penalty? Nobody foul you. Like Memphis did this morning. They get it. We played inside joke, right? Inside joke. We played football this morning, and Memphis did that to me. I was in defense. But anyway, no, we're free. Martial did that in the Everton game. I think he won in game.
No, that was actually a penalty one.
I don't know. The leg was there. The leg was there, and he stopped over. All right. So Harry Kane is figuring out what I've noticed that when I step back into the defenders, I get the foul. So he's doing what every other player. I don't think it's right, but I think he's doing what every other player does. You see the times, you see the players, and you play the referee. I mean,
that's
what am I gonna do?
That's one instance. I'm saying Harry Kane, even if he's in a shoulder to shoulder, he just throws himself to the ground.
In the middle of the game.
Watching that game.
Has that problem also too. He did it even himself the last game. When he was just standing and the man didn't even touch him, he went straight to the ground. It's like annoying sometimes.
We all got a player that does that. Salah does the same.
Yeah, especially TNA too.
TNA did not do that, right? I would defend the Arsenal players to that. All right, Shem, I'm gonna change the subject. Playing with intelligent. That's what Shem wants to say. That. He did say that. Man just following his manager's instructions. All right, true. I wouldn't be surprised if Jose teach him that strategy there, right? Because I never forget. I think when he was at Real Madrid, where he whispered, I'm confident he whispered to Sergio Ramos to go out there and follow a man to get a yellow.
Yeah.
And I mean, what if he injured a man? No. What if he injured a man, right, and done a man in Korea? Yeah, I've been thinking about it somebody.
Barcelona,
I don't know.
Those two teams in Spain do it all the time.
I love it. I love it.
Kane is buff Neymar without the skills. Is buff Neymar without the skills. Okay. All right.
No.
If you want to say so.
No.
I don't know what that one day, Connie. Don't know what that one day. I mean, you're not wrong to be fair, but sitting back and putting a one in lead is always dodgy, no matter how good you are at it. All right. Shaq, how is Harry Kane horrible? Ooh, okay. I guess
I was talking about in terms of he's throwing himself on the ground.
Yeah, all right. And more Shaq have to call Jack. You can't throw me partner tonight. Okay, all right. And Risa, I need to point to the diving and simulation.
I mean, sometimes you have to dive.
Sometimes you have to dive.
You see you? You see you? You see you?
I'm gonna move Carl again. Because I'm not going to dive. You just admit to that. I'm not going to move Carl.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Anyway, boy.
I was protecting myself. You see, he could have brought my
Memphis is my boy. No. We try it one day. We try it one day.
We understand that logic day.
Anyway. Oh boy, I was so vexed with Memphis this morning, right? You know what hurt me is that if Memphis look me in the face seriously, like Josh, right? This is a legitimate foul. Memphis back away smiling. That's what hurt me though. That's what hurt me. Back away smiling like, you see what I did there? I was like,
the guy was really good. That was a really good dive.
He was a very good dive.
I was legit backing him up. Yo, you fouled him, man. You fouled him, man.
Oh, man.
I'm going to talk to Memphis after he scored a penalty. Yeah. My dive, boy. My dive.
Oh, boy. I tell you.
Boy.
It was a no-look penalty.
Anyway, all right, we gotta move on though. But yeah, Risa here dying. This is the second time Risa put in this. Waiting on Shaq to talk about this Arsenal game. Can't tell him, alas. I see him in the jersey. I hear you, Risa.
That is not true though.
I see you.
I owe my shirt even to our last.
It's true.
Arsenal versus Chelsea. Okay, all right.
Him one.
Oh, okay, all right.
No, I don't need that. I don't need that. No, I'm going to go Jamal and run this tonight. I just want to say that I did say in our Thursday night show that as long as you play, get the youngsters in the game. Because they know what it means to play for the team. They know what it means to play for the badge. And you saw the youthful exuberance from Martinelli, Smith Rowe playing in that hole that we were talking about. Then Jamal referenced that the referee in the Everton game was playing in that position where we should have that Smith Rowe occupied just on Saturday there. We came out and you can see from minute one. It's a lot like the United game that we were on them. You know, you saw there was a difference in how we, not just how we set up, but like the mentality of the team was different. You know, it looked like, you know, something could happen. Even if we would have gone on to lose the game, it just looked different. It just felt different. You saw we had Saka, and boy, I don't even know who to give my man of the match because Saka was going up and he was going back. He was defending. Tierney
I think
was
it's obvious
brilliant.
Xhaka is man in the match, right?
Tierney was brilliant. Xhaka too. And I did say to the Xhaka has to come in the team. I think we said that, myself and Jamal, we said that because, I mean, we didn't have party. So Xhaka has to come in. And that's the thing with Xhaka. At least that's my problem with Xhaka. He doesn't have this kind of game consistently enough. He doesn't have this kind of game consistently enough. So then he plays good today, and then don't be surprised tomorrow he go kick down a man. He missed past 10 ball. I mean, we just can't. If we get a consistent games from Xhaka, he will turn this around. And for me too, Xhaka's been putting in some really good performances. But because of the losses, even him and Bellerin has really been bad. But every time we lose, we find a way to scapegoat somebody. And it's really not necessary. But on Saturday, everybody, like Mari, he played well. El Nene, you know, he's not too brilliant or anything. He just did what he had to do. Great. Laka is hold up. And you know what? One thing, my last point before I can let Jamal talk. Why notice the Lacazette? It's because he had runners. He had willing runners running in behind of him. So when he got the ball, he's now holding up and then he's looking for 5 seconds. So where's my next pass going to be? control, whoop. Martinelli gone, whoop, Saka gone. Saka just get on there, boy, say, what we do off the line? Your boy, you get chipped. Tierney just see Reece James, whoop. Josh, me hear you, not even try that. Tierney just beat the man inside, and whoop. Reece James, one know he tread on the man. Dive walk. And then what other boy name? Oh boy, the talk about Shaka. The talk about Shaka. Oh, what a joke it is. That was a Laka Shaka Saka special. Laka Saka Shaka. What up?
The man prepared that one day, boy. The man prepared that one day. Good stuff. Before I get to Jamal, let me just get the fans in coming quickly here. Josh is saying this game was nice. They allowed some fans in, but the crowd noise still wasn't loud enough to drown out these voices. All right, good job, Josh. And Suko is saying, congrats to the panel for correctly predicting an Arsenal win, except for Memphis. All right, everybody else said that Arsenal would win this game.
Wow.
All right, I think most of us even said that Lacazette would score.
We did back Lacazette.
So we did back him to score, and he calmly put away that penalty. Good job for him. And Afri here saying, Moy, why are you smiling? The man won a game.
Afri, nobody can be happy for me.
They deserve it this weekend. They have to allow their happiness.
Wow. Okay. All right. And lastly, Risa, do you credit this win only to Arsenal, or was a Lampard blunder? I'll give this to Jamal, and he can go ahead and see what you have got to say. Go ahead.
There's not much more to say in the game from what Shaq went on to say, but it's a bit 50-50 here with this question. Lampard is going through a tough time at Chelsea, and I don't want to take away anything from what the Arsenal team did because they needed to respond to everything that was been going on for the past couple of weeks.
True.
And we came out and put up the performance, and unfortunately, Lampard blunder, right? But I credit the whole team. Everybody pulled their weight. Everybody did exactly what they had to do, rightly so. And in the end, it was a bit nervy for me because I was saying, look, this is the typical game. Arsenal go 3-0 up and then come back and draw this 3-3. There was a disallowed goal in the end, or Tammy Abraham scored one, and then Jorginho missed the penalty.
Big up Leno. Yeah. Big up Leno, boy. Yeah.
I thought we were going down to the wire in that one. Typical Arsenal score, doing things. But we held it. Leno saved the full assault of that one, and
he did.
Credit the team. I think all the young guns that came in, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. And big up to Emile Smith-Rowe. And I'm so glad Eddie Nketiah did not get a minute on the pitch for this game.
I was about to say that, Jamal. I was about to ask you that question.
I have two questions. One for Reese and one for Jamal. You should mention a Lampard blunder, but where would we say that this is a Lampard blunder? Because the starting lineup was pretty much straightforward. So I guess the blunder only came when he maybe he didn't put Giroud on, but they were already down 3-0. They were already down 3-0 at that point. And my question for Jamal. Okay, my question for Jamal is, how does Abba get back into this team? Not saying that he shouldn't. Not saying that he shouldn't. I'm saying on tomorrow's game, does Abba walk straight back in?
He walks in ahead of Lacazette for me any day of the week, to be honest.
Okay.
Any day of the week.
Okay. All right.
So you don't you reward the players who played so well on Saturday by playing them again?
But if you're bringing Albert in, that's a bigger threat than Lacazette at any time in any game.
I disagree. So you're taking Lacazette out and put Albert through the middle, leave everybody else.
Yeah, and play the same players in there. The only other player I'd probably switch out is El Neni for Ceballos, because El Neni is not as mobile. But depending on the team that we play against, Alba walks in for me. Yeah, I can't take out any of the other front two. I can't take
tomorrow's game because he wasn't in Saturday's game where he's on the bench. I want to know if he just dropped somebody from that front four that went forward so well.
That's a tough call. That's definitely a tough call for him to do.
Okay, for the Brighton game, because we play Brighton next, I'd stick with the same team. But if you're going up against Everton or somebody else higher up in the league, then definitely I'd switch him for Lacazette.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just talking about the game tomorrow in particular.
Oh yeah, if it's just that game tomorrow, I'd reward them. But we all know rotation.
I have a quick question for.
We just played 2 days ago, right? So I expect to see Aubameyang in the team, possibly ahead of Lacazette due to rotation.
Okay. Oh, then man, need to not rotate.
I want to ask a quick question to Jamal and to Shaq. Do you not feel like you have to be also careful with Martinelli, seeing that he just came off of serious injury?
I think you should bench Martinelli. Like I don't bench. I think you should take him off like at a 56 minute, 55 minute. Bring on Aubameyang. Yeah. Reward him.
Yeah, you gotta reward them. I feel it's bad for morale if you just change your team in any way. In any way.
Well, let's cover a couple of things quickly. Risa is saying, Chelsea went through the game with only 3 shots on target. Lampard have a goal man in Giroud on the bench and then bring him on.
We have to talk about Timo Werner. This needs to be a conversation. Is he possibly flop?
Well, I've been saying it. I've been saying it.
All the signings except Ziyech. The man spent 200+ million, can't beat Arsenal.
222 million.
What do you mean can't beat Arsenal?
222 million.
Hey, all right, which is why Sharon Khan comes in and says, talk to Shaq. Nice. All right, fans, if you don't know what that's about his name right now. Talk to me nice. All right. So thank you for that. Appreciate that. That was good. All right, Josh saying here too, I predicted Arsenal to win, but Jamal said it wouldn't happen, I guess. It happened and call me a creature that lives in the sea.
Jamal, is that true, bro?
Wow. I don't know.
Yo, Jamal, I believe if anybody tell me Jamal predict Arsenal lost, the Arsenal will lose a game, I believe.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, guys, we got a couple minutes left. Let's do a quick run through of the games. Christmas time. So 2 games played today, So Leicester and Crystal Palace played today, and it was 1-1. And after the draw with me, then the draw here. I mean, what's wrong with Leicester? Anybody know? Who wants to go? Are they good? Are they fine?
They're just missing chances.
Madison was out today as well.
So his points dropped.
On the bench.
Yeah.
2 points dropped for Leicester, indeed.
2 points dropped for Leicester.
And a missed penalty.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but I mean, isn't it natural? What do we expect?
Yeah. What do you expect?
Remember when they thought he was better than Rashford?
I know, right? I know. At least he's better than Martial, All right, so Chelsea versus Aston Villa. All right.
This is where, Josh, this is where I want to agree with Risa. Because Lampard, but for me, I know everybody gonna say rotation, but I just think you don't mess with that centre back pairing unless somebody's injured. So unless Zuma was injured today, messing with the centre back pairing, boy, I don't know, boy, that's questionable.
Yeah, both
questionable for me.
Fans can tell us what they think. Because when I saw it, I saw Christensen. I think Memphis was telling me Rudiger was with him too. But I guess from his perspective, they that he felt that it was necessary to rotate the centre-back pairing for some reason. Maybe he figured Thiago Silva was getting too many games, and then he's best paired with Zuma, because Thiago is no young fella anymore, So, I don't know.
Zuma has to be injured.
But the thing about rotation, the thing about rotation, though,
he wasn't even on the bench.
Okay, well, maybe he's out. He's key.
The thing about rotation, Aston Villa played the exact same team minus Mings.
He's suspended.
Right.
Yeah. They would have played him because Mings is very important to the defense.
Josh, let me make another point. I go back again to these players throwing themselves on the ground. That build up to the Aston Villa equalizer. Christensen got kicked. He and Grealish came and had a little coming together.
Yeah.
Grealish got up a second after. Christensen on the ground, hold up his foot. The same spot that he should have been. Cross the ball there, and we name El Ghazi. knock the ball in. I mean, yeah, Kante could have covered that one. But Christensen, nothing happened to you because when the goal don't score, you got up and you continue to play the rest of the game. So that means nothing happened to you. Get up. That's his fault.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Get up. I 100% agree with the get up factor. You know, stop rolling on.
Big up
big up Retty boy. All right. Yes. So big up to Amija, coming in the building. Normally early, late tonight, but yeah, good to see he's a Chelsea. I think he's a Chelsea fan, so that's that. And big ups to the biggest Arsenal fan in the world, George.
Hey, we ain't seen him in the comment section for weeks.
We haven't. I think the last time we saw him was when they beat United, I think. I'm not, or something to that effect, But big ups to Renner, though.
That's the last time they won a game.
Oh boy, this wonderful fella blew up my phone for the last 4 days, man. But they were funny stuff though.
These Arsenal fans are the song over the weekend.
Them man popping up out of nowhere.
we need to get George Brenner on the show, man. We need to we need to hear your voice.
To troll somebody. Other weeks gone by, people dropping points. We can't say nothing. We can laugh at the Urique. We can laugh at the Manu. We can laugh at your drop points for.
Everybody.
You're still 15.
I'm coming, bro. I come in. It's points on the board, Memphis. Points on the board.
We'll talk about that in a second because I want to talk about that Brighton game there, But Reese here is saying Leicester draw 2 straight games, just paved the way for United to take second comfortably. Josh, watch United choke. I'm telling you, big choking happening in the Wolves game tomorrow. Wolves. Yeah.
Pedro Neto, my boy.
Yeah, I'm not feeling good about that one. Yeah. Not feeling good about that Wolves game, Manny, as usual, Marshall gonna miss a sitter or something like that. It's gonna happen, But
first of all, Rashford missed whole 2.
All right. Okay, moving on. So, Josh after here saying, I'm predicting a 1-1 result in this Chelsea versus Aston Villa game. Thank you, Josh. Excellent prediction, as always. Oh, boy. All right. And big ups to George Gully. He says, lads, it's been a class stream. Love the channel already. Great to have different fans of different clubs in here. Hilarious night. Definitely watching more. All right, definitely. Thank you for coming in, man. Good points and so forth. And tell your friends, your family, about Ireland fans. All right. So, guys, outside of that, let's quickly move over to the Brighton Arsenal game. Okay. Now it would be very sad that you guys
we're doing a starting 11 too.
Combine 11.
Yo, that's my rival. Jamal, that's my rival.
All Brighton players now. All Brighton players.
Jamal, it's a big game for us.
Not because they beat Chelsea means we
I
can't do that. It's
because
still on the board.
Right? I know. Because think about it more. My point is that if you look at the Chelsea game, okay, I actually I'm not surprised because of the fact that the pressure that they put on them. You shocked me the point about the United game, very much so. But to be honest with you, this same pressure I've been seeing from Arsenal in previous games. And I just think that eventually, I used to say in the Caribbean, pressure bust pipe, And if you look at it, Tierney was on a mission on the left-hand side there, man. He was like, Reece, you're not getting this ball. You're not getting this ball. And then, boom, get a penalty. I had to step up and finish it. Great. All right? But then now, Xhaka stepping up and being like, boy, I got this. Bam! I mean, it's just and even though, yes, I don't think that Saka meant to do what he did, still, though, it's a good goal. All right? The ball went in the goal. I'm just thinking everything fell into place for them. But let's not forget the fact that Chelsea played better in the second half. And that resulted in a goal and resulted in a missed penalty and so forth. I say that to say that Brighton score goals, man, and they just had a 2-2 with West Ham, and then I'm gonna come into this game with Arsenal and be like, "Yeah, beat Chelsea. Let's sit back and play 10-man back like we're some kind of Sam Allardyce team."
Struggle against the low block.
Yeah, so I think that I think it's going to be an end-to-end game, man. I think there's going to be a ton of goals in this game. I don't know what anybody else think. You know, I don't know who wants to go first.
So
anybody can tell me.
Is it fair to say that everyone agrees that Leno is the better goalkeeper than Mendy, right?
I think so.
Yo, and that's another conversation we need to have now.
Mendy
has been on some Kepa farm recently.
Yeah. He's showing his capability.
He's made some mistakes.
He saw the goal he considered today also. He was like,
wait. I think you can miss what Memphis just said there. That was kind of brilliant.
What he said?
His capability, that's what you said?
Yeah.
That is brilliant. Oh my goodness. I like that. Oh man, okay. All right. So so what are your predictions? Let's start with Eureka. What do you think about this game? I just do predictions for this.
2-1 Brighton.
2-1 Brighton.
You go Jared West Brom.
Shock.
One West Brom.
Lord of mercy, calm down.
Brighton. I want to take it down.
It's just
West Brom 19. No, man, I can't even do that. I started the most start to the man.
What wasn't Burnley?
Shock your prediction. Shock your prediction.
I'm not
okay, sorry. Okay, so honestly, believe 2-1 Brighton.
I really believe 2-1 Brighton.
Let's say that with that straight face.
Because I'm serious.
3-0 Arsenal.
3-0 Arsenal. Oh, Jamal.
You say that with your chest?
2-1 to us. 2-1 to Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal. Okay. All right. Moy face look too good there. Moy,
I love this shot.
Go ahead, Moy.
I really think this is going to be the most Arsenal-like thing. I'm not going to make them. I'm not giving them the loss, but I'm giving this game a draw. I am going to go with 2-2. A 2-2 draw.
Yeah, boy, enough of move. Okay, watch out.
Before Memphis last. But my heart wants to say 2-1 Arsenal. But my head tells me 2-2. I agree with Moy.
Yeah, but one away to Brighton in the Prem now.
Yeah, Brighton don't afraid people, man. And I'm gonna say 2-2. But I want a 2-1, but I'm gonna say 2-2. And Memphis, go ahead. See what you have to say.
1-0 Brighton.
2-0 Brighton. Well back on Matchday.
Matchday.
Ooh.
That's Arsenal like.
Oh boy. Alfred says Moy getting 1. Alfred says 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw. Akani says keepers have bad games sometimes just because of a couple blunders. He's instantly in the same conversation as Kepa. That's what y'all did to Kepa.
He had a blunder in his very first game too.
Yes, I agree.
Yo,
Kepa made some mistakes and the media jumped on him.
Y'all did that to Kepa. Y'all did that to De Gea as well too. You know, y'all do that to people. The first couple of games.
The media kill his careers, you know.
Yeah. First couple of games.
did not kill Kepa.
Yes, they did.
No, in general. In general.
I think they did.
No. I think he killed him on confidence, man. Like for instance, nobody was saying Karius was a bad keeper before he made those mistakes. Who was saying that?
Not you, Reed.
I 100% was saying that.
I was too.
Shot. Karius.
Yo, just cool, man. Sorry about that.
Okay, big boss.
Go ahead.
I don't know, bro.
Karius broke his hand in the first preseason. Who you know broke their hand in preseason, big boss? Who you know do that?
So things can happen.
No.
The man does because he broke his hand.
He broke his hand punching away. I'm not finished, the man. He broke his hand punching the ball.
Very quick. It's on the
first game.
Oh boy!
Don't get me started.
Oh boy, my belly. Oh Lord. Oh my. You mean what happened to that farm, Rick? I mean, people don't broke on.
Yo, Josh, and now he farmed the dog and he career.
Lord of mercy.
And he career. You understand the man? You will wipe off the man career because the man broke here in the preseason. We hear you, boss. You're good.
Oh man, all right, shoot, man. Oh boy, you Rick boy, you got me there, man. Legit. All right, so Risa says, I love this shock. I hope we get this shock if Arsenal drop points tomorrow.
Yo, you Rick is one shock, man. This ain't Jamal.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Akani, De Gea and Kepa have had more time to establish themselves, so they can definitely be trolled when they mess up. I guess I would say, right, with the differences between De Gea and Kepa is that Sir Alex stood with De Gea. Okay?
Yeah.
He didn't come in and bring in another keeper. He didn't go buy another keeper. He said, this is my guy. He's staying there. And we were a big club. Well, we're still a big club, but we were the best club in the world at the time. You know, we were running ball, and then he was letting in goals from City strike again, the tall one, man, Jacko. I never forget that. Jacko pulled him from 50 yards and so, and they him and then let them in. I mean, he stood with him because he saw something in him, and he repaid it later on. You know, and I don't think Lampard did that with Kepa. I think he do Kepa bad, honestly. He kept him there run ball before that. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, boss.
I don't think Kepa was running ball before that. Okay. Kepa has had the worst save percentage out of all the goalkeepers for a couple of seasons.
No, but I'm talking about why did they buy him? Why did they buy him? That's my point.
For his foot, because he can kick the ball.
So they buy him because he can kick a ball.
It was a panic buy.
It was a panic buy.
Yeah.
They wanted Alisson. And they couldn't get Alisson.
So you don't you Rick. Okay, I'm not denying what you're saying now. I'm just saying that when you no, I know what you mean, but I'm just saying that when you're in the transfer market, don't you have a list that if McCann get Shaq, you know, then we get Jamal, you know, and then we got Jamal and I get that's what you do. That's a list.
Yeah.
So Kepa was on the list. Okay? Kepa is in the national.
But he was a
Wait
he was trying to give a downgrade.
Oh Lord of mercy. Y'all don't play this show, but Lord of mercy. Anyway, I'm just making the point that Kepa was on the list. He's in the national team. And then again going like if Kepa is this bad player. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Wasn't he starting for Atletico?
Yeah,
Bilbao, Madrid.
Fine, people, fine. We're done with that. We're done.
We're talking about the keeper from Atletico Madrid.
True. Maybe it's all glad they thought they were said.
That was a hell of a try.
I try, man. I'm trying to help Kepa here, man. I'm legit trying. I thought y'all would creep up on that one day, but anyway. All right. This Burnley versus Sheffield United is a 5-5 for sure. I can't wait for this game.
Wow.
I heard Brewster and McGoldick.
Yo, Josh, you good.
No amount of enhancement can help Brewster.
I'm taking a few enhancements and it's gonna pop off. There's so many things wrong with this sentence, right? It's not even funny. Oh, I didn't know where to start.
Brewster played to McGoldrick. You see that?
Yeah.
You see what he did with it?
What? I know what you're talking about.
He played a good ball to McGoldrick, yeah.
Would that be the first good ball he played all season?
I know, right?
Probably.
That's what you put him on for? That's what you put him on for one good ball? Okay.
All right, so you move. Okay.
Risa here saying, okay, I was doing Mommy Poe for years. He deserves the trolls. And the Guardian saying, Shaq, you didn't have to do Jamal.
Jamal's my boy. Jamal's my boy.
Jamal feeling
all right, but either
feeling saucy tonight, my boy.
Okay, all right. For this Brighton, yeah. So Josh already mentioned the Burnley Sheffield United game, the 5-5. So we're looking forward to that. That should be great. I think Leeds should beat West Brom, but you never know. No. Some Allardyce team, man, you never know. No, we all think about that. You know.
I say 1-1.
1-1. Okay.
1-0 West Brom.
One. Okay. It's
This
about
is the
time.
kind of game Leeds would lose, you know.
Yeah.
There we go, Memphis. That's it.
All right. Southampton, West Ham. That
Good
should
game.
be that's a good game. That should be a good game. The Man United Wolves. I don't see us winning this game, but I don't think we're gonna lose. 3-1. I'm gonna say 1. I'm gonna say 1-1.
This man said Martial hat-trick.
And
that was a joke, right?
no.
Okay.
Memphis, come on, man.
3 own goal.
Memphis had too much alcohol for the season, man.
When he dived this man and he jumped on his head, that's how he
I died.
We on.
Wow.
Anybody else want to make predictions of this game?
Wait,
I like Pedro. Go ahead.
Oh, and the whole diving thing. So if a player makes an attempt to tackle you and you move your foot out of the way and still follow, is it not still a foul?
Were you touched?
You asking me the question?
I'm asking everybody.
Okay.
Did you get touched?
Everybody else speak.
Did the player get touched?
The wind?
Let's move on. Josh, I like Pedro Neto. I like him a lot. I question the young striker. I think it's Fabio Silva. I question him. But I like Pedro Neto. Bruno Fernandes in some good form.
He's in form. He needs
to move to 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1.
Does the Podence guy remind anybody of Hazard?
Yeah,
he got touches. Yeah, and you have the Hazard kind of head too, if you notice. Just less weight and less fat.
Look at boy.
All right, Moy, go ahead. 3-0 Wolves, more than likely, right? Yeah, I know that.
3-0 Wolves. No, I think there could be goals in this game, and I wasn't even surprised there's a 3-2.
When last Wolves scored 2 goals in a game?
No, but then, they're playing against United.
That's true.
Hello. You win a game, I start get too much chat though, don't you?
Come on, bro. Give me a break.
Maguire own goal incoming.
Okay. All right. Eureka.
This is
1-1. 1-1. Yeah, I think I say 1-1 too. Jamal.
I say 2-2. I think
2-2.
Goals are gonna come in this game.
Good goals in this game. Newton here saying Brewster finna pop off. For real.
On the bench.
Leeds 2-0. Wolves 5-2. Lord of mercy.
Yes.
Far free.
Pick up yourself, far free.
Yes.
I'm expecting United to jump point at Old Trafford. I'm hoping we thrash Wolves to take the number 2 spot. So 3-1 United. Okay.
Amen.
And now nice and balanced. All right. I think United will win 3-1 with Wolves being tired, will dominate. If Cavani starts, his movement in the box will be
I think if Cavani starts, that'll be different. That'll make a difference.
Yes, I agree too. If Martial starts, it's 1-1. But if Cavani starts, it's 3-1.
It's
very simple. All right. And the way Wolves play in general gives us more of the ball. But them being tired gives us an advantage. I see a point. I think
Wolves has
and I think they've been saying too that Traore has been nursing an injury. He's been playing on an injury.
Yeah,
and that's good. He's not good anyway. So
he hasn't scored in.
You know the funny thing is, Traore hasn't scored a Premier League goal in a year. But if he was Lingard, I'd be trolling the life out of him.
Look at him on fast. Big muscle.
He's not at the big club.
I've been telling you all this. Nothing is in Traore. He's a overhyped player.
But what if Traore is just doing his job? Run down the wing with speed and cross the ball. Nobody's asking him to score 30 goals a season. Maybe he's doing his job.
Wow. He's overhyped.
And play fullback as well.
Yeah. With all them big muscle,
Yeah, going forward, I do agree with Moy that he is overhyped. Well, in front of goal.
Man's been relegated twice.
Man can't finish.
He dribbles past people. He does much more than just contribute goals to the team.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's more important to them that way and not just in front of goals, scoring goals. I mean, he's not a striker, so you can't expect him to score goals. What is he, a right midfielder?
Yeah.
Right wing back.
Yeah. I think he would do well with Pep,
How is he overrated for that?
Why?
Talking about your weak point, Skill asked me this tonight that if Adamo was in a bigger club, if what's the word I'm looking for? I don't remember the word. If he would perform better in a bigger club,
he would. I
think so.
Yeah.
I think he would do well.
Okay, if he was in a bigger club that's winning, there would be less scrutiny.
True.
Yeah.
But if they're not winning, they're going to treat him just as Memphis was saying, as Lingard. They'll call him like Lingard.
Yeah. I've seen.
But like, how is he any different from like Daniel James? Because I mean, Daniel James was brought to United because he fast. I mean, he's young, but he fast.
Yeah.
His job is to run down and run up players. That's what he does. He doesn't shoot very well, even though he has now and again he does some bangers. But other than that, really, he's not that much of a player. Other than that,
well, he's a lot more powerful. He's bulkier than Daniel James.
Rory, exactly.
If he can combine that strength with his skill, to me, he should be able to run to the goal more instead of just hitting the touchline.
Or at least running a penalty.
Well, Afri says if you cause defense problem, you're not overhyped. If you cause defense problem, you make a good point there. Because honestly, every time Traore has a play against United, especially when you bring you on like at the 75th minute when everybody's tired, he just run, and then swing them in.
The last time we played them, I think he was in Brandon Williams' back pocket.
Yeah, so yeah, he had a good game that game. He did. All right. Akani says, at the same time, at a better club, Traore would probably shine brighter. Look at Jota. Move from Wolves and boom, big name now. I mean, Jota is a better player, I think, personally.
Jota is not in that category. Jota was performing at Wolves.
Jota was scoring goals at Wolves.
He was.
Yeah, he was.
But he was getting bent.
He probably was scoring goals that was because of Traore.
I agree with this.
God, he says Diane to have football intelligence. Traore does.
And just run and shoot the ball.
Oh, yes. I mean, I have been very angry with Dan James too. Dan James will use all the pace, get into the best position, and then know what to do.
Instead of pass.
He didn't know what to do.
You check it.
He's supposed to be the next
Rashford had 20-something goals last season, right? So let's leave this alone.
But Marshall had more than Rashford last season.
Like 1 or 2 Memphis? Come on. Like literally. Anyway, but Dan James, I mean, Dan James, he does play well for Wales though, but apparently Giggs actually plays him through the middle, which is a lot different than how he plays at United. But here we see Kembe is saying Dan James football IQ low. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I give him the benefit of the doubt because he's a young player coming into a big club, and a lot of better players around him, and he should get better. We'll see how he goes with him. But it's not the Dan James show. Enough for United. We see how that game goes. 2 quick ones and we're done. Yeah, I think that Fulham can take points off of Tottenham.
Very much so.
Probably.
Very much so.
I don't think this is a walkover. Fulham Farmers picked up. So anybody predicting a draw or win?
Win Tottenham. 2-0 Tottenham.
It'll be a hard game, but Tottenham will win.
I honestly feel a 0-0. Not gonna lie.
Jose's not gonna let these men drop points here.
And Tottenham,
he will combust if they drop points.
Yeah, he's already combusting.
Fulham have some legs in the midfield, and there's
they do.
Anguissa. I like that play. I like that midfield.
I think it's a good. The reason why I think it's a good game, Big Man Shark, is because of the fact that if Fulham play like the way they played against Liverpool, and Tottenham deciding want to do that low block again, it's going to make a very weird game because then Tottenham gonna have to bring out the ball, which they're not really used to doing, and that's gonna make a strange game.
Boy.
Toss up. Yeah. Lastly, Newcastle, Liverpool. All right. What we say? Liverpool winning this game.
Newcastle 1-0.
I watched Newcastle versus Man City. They didn't even try to attack.
They didn't play any attack.
The man had Cancelo playing calm.
Game. I feel sorry for them.
You saw Newcastle's team though. They didn't put out a team to play that game.
Yeah. COVID hitting them hard, man. COVID hitting them real hard.
Who have COVID?
Same maximum is
Newcastle.
Same maximum.
The only game that James played for us.
Okay.
Lascelles, Jamal Lascelles.
All them have COVID.
They have COVID. And not just COVID.
Like they're getting really bad symptoms. They're not able to recover since they've gotten COVID. Like the man and them going through a tough time.
Thanks, Gully, for that comment, though, about Daniel James here. Just want to let you know that we see that, and he's like, to me, he's like a Fellaini in a different sense. You bring him in certain times for certain games, so definitely, Shaq, you gonna talk?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think football in England. I think they're gonna take a break again.
Yeah, they might shut down soon. But
yeah, I believe so. It
was just something.
All the teams could do like Wolves.
Yeah,
that's what Wolves did. The Wolves players can't even go to the store.
Jamal, you saying something?
I thought that makes sense though, Memphis.
Jamal?
I was reading something today that said that they won't shut it down. Well, this was published back in September. As long as teams can field 14 players, including under 21s. So that's your reserve squad from the Premier League and under 21s.
Yeah, no problem.
That sounds so miserable.
Right, because the under 21s don't even train with the first team.
Thank you.
You're pulling them.
I have no problem with playing them. It just sounds like I like about a football and
that's the over here at the moment. They just want to get football going and keep it going because it's what runs the league.
Then they need to put them in a bubble. I want to watch football too. They need to put them in a bubble. All these players need to be more responsible.
Yeah, but you're looking at Premier League players, and they're not going to be responsible.
True.
I listen to
that. Lose your salary or something.
You find them, they make the money back in a week.
That's true. Spurs 3-0 after we say, and he also says Liverpool 4-1. Always backing his team to win gloriously. So we'll see how that goes because you never know. Newcastle may just dig out something interesting. Well, that's that, guys. We covered everything. Any other last comments, guys, from the weekend's games, and what we've seen from last weekend and so
Bruno
forth.
Bruno should have get sent off.
Yeah, he should have. I don't know. He was.
Tierney dived.
Tierney dived. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, just.
All right, Moy. Anything from you? Any comments for the weekend? Want to get off your chest?
I'm just sad my players getting COVID. It's very sad.
Who have COVID for you? Who have COVID for you?
Gabriel Jesus and Kyle Walker.
Wow.
You know
what? Well, Jamal.
Right, is that City now have 2 games in hand. And what are they on? 26 points?
That's where I was going.
29-31. That's 1 point behind Liverpool if they win both their games.
Yeah.
I think we were scheduled to play Chelsea this weekend too, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, but that game might be off.
But then too, I'm looking at this from this perspective that the FA Cup returns in January, and then in February Champions League returns. City's fixture list that's going to be rough.
Plus EFL.
That's going to be rough.
I mean, you could do like late Lawrence on forfeit.
You
want an easy win, getting easy wins.
If players stop traveling for international break, there wouldn't be this high level of COVID.
Risa, that's it. I don't even
that's a bad point.
Well, now we have an outbreak of COVID cases without them traveling in.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Potato for you. Okay. Yeah. All right.
It doesn't matter if you travel or not, because I mean, once you get one outbreak in a team, your whole team has to go.
Yeah. We gotta close the show, guys. We're almost done. Liverpool 2-1 is one new to want to get it in there. Hopefully, it's not so tight. Maybe Liverpool can actually do more than that. They need to bounce back. And we'll see how this COVID thing go. Hopefully with the vaccine, that will hopefully will help all of sports. I was watching some basketball the other night. And it's still so retarded seeing fans not in there, man. It's weird, man. It's just so weird. When man do Duncan, you don't see nothing happening.
Big up the Mavericks,
boy. Mashing up Clippers, boy. You saw the score halftime? Lord have mercy.
Doc Rivers for nothing.
Oh boy. Telling you. All right. Yeah, but Luca's my boy, definitely. But definitely we'll see how that goes with the vaccine thing. hopefully we'll get fans back in the building. Only a couple of Premier League clubs have been cleared to have at least some fans in the building.
Liverpool.
In the stadium. So we'll see. So we shouldn't pay somebody to do something, some kind of money, something. Anyway, that's that. And we see George here showing some love again. This has been a great show. Happy New Year. If we don't do a show before that, trust me, there are plenty more shows to come. And I can't wait for the next stream. Definitely. Share the stream, Gully. Let other people know what's going on.
Yeah, we're back on Thursday morning.
Back on Thursday. We got more football talk Thursday. So,
yeah, Thursday, New Year's Eve, right?
What you said?
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that's my birthday. So we'll see how that goes. All right.
So wait there,
come on.
So on Thursday, so Jamal would be in the new year ready.
More every time.
Jamal in the future.
More every time. We used to say River's sitting in the house right now chuckling, and Afri as usual showing the love. Big up, guys.
Yeah.
All right, well, fellas, good night. And thank you so much for everything. You had me crying, man. You had me crying, legit with what you said. What a book. Anyway, but it was good. A good commentary from everybody, and continue to support Island fans. All right, so good night, fellas. And see you again. All right.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.